folks, and welcome to the second game here tonight. The second game of the AFC Championship. So let's get ready to take you down to the field though for the Nashville anthem.
Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs, plus rhyming and stealing and being a clot. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of deer in the light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Wonder about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with
a very moving Nashville anthem right there, folks.
Shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly.
Oh, it's great to have America Iron sing the Nashville anthem.
Just to count your rings, just to count your rings, and now our colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly.
So now we get ready to go here in Kansas City, Kansas.
Just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in a roommate's face. It was bloom and addiction, a missing a push.
The two games played yesterday.
Pinhead kids in a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic, and I grew up in a linseed oil or a linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin, capture a map at a gesture, back up at a little accurate.
And it was like
redo that, move that inwards.
New York Patriots stomping a mud hole in the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 50-7 win. The Cowboys defeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers 29-26 in overtime. Now we got this game today.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
And the Minnesota
In today's
Vikings.
matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches come their way. It's the Browns going up against the Chiefs.
AFC.
The fans are bundled up. It's a cold one at Arrowhead Stadium as we send you out to Kansas City to hook up with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thank you very much. The snow and the cold, it has not deterred the KC faithful. The parking lot was full early. The barbecue smokers going, and we are about set for football here on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And we are underway from Arrowhead. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
AFC Divisional Championship game.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Manning. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Out and out. We'll force a punt here.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Chiefs will take it with 1st and 10 ball on the 28 line.
On 1st down, Smith steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year. And it's a franchise that since moving back to Cleveland in '99 has only been to the playoffs 1 time.
Hard to believe, right? Just 2 winning seasons in that time.
Yeah, only 2.
Well, but I think there's optimism to be had here in Cleveland. I think that the fans, it's tough for them to see it after another 1-15 season. But I think that they have a plan in place to move this franchise forward. Ownership, front office, head coach, all in lockstep together with a vision and a plan that they intend to execute.
The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, Your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On play action, it's Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the interception, here's Smith. Dancing to his left. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Eluding the pressure right. This is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelce was one of the breakout stars in 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
So first thing to turn ball on the 15-yard line. Kansas City looks to start first.
From the red zone now, Smith. And this is caught. Jeremy Macklin.
Touchdown,
will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
His throw incomplete. Andre Hawkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's got time. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Allen Bailey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Field goal number 10 for Kansas City.
This is taken at the 23.
He does a little spin maneuver.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
24 seconds remaining on the play clock. Now 24 seconds remaining on the play clock.
Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Smith. Escaping the pressure right.
This one's going to
be incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
That's taken on the 25. One quarter down. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now here comes Kansas City. Throwing is Smith. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the
Ease it up.
ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
And first steps out.
Field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
We got chips over here.
Back to the air. Smith on second down.
That was the same as last time.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a pick off this time.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agent. That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and mini camps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Coleman has it here right side. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Manning now on first down. That's caught. It's Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
1:19 left in the first half.
Manning to throw on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Here's Smith. He'll buy some time right. Jeremy Macklin, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. They get the young quarterback going, and that defense could...
Jamal Charles, nobody in front. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 79 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Chiefs will receive the second half kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So it's one more leader.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
Thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
KFC.
Now Manning throwing on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I don't know what kind of that was.
10 yards to go on third. Throwing is Manning on third down. Surveying the field. Complete here to Gary Barnage. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chiefs are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Browns just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense out now following the interception. The pass will be caught over the middle, and it ends up working for a touchdown. Chiefs with the early advantage. Now 1st and 10. Defense will get to the QB here. This goes for a loss of 14. Browns have it at the 25. Manning's got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. Johnson's just happy to come away with the pick, ending the drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. Here Smith will scramble and complete the pass. And he's going to go 80 yards for the score. That puts them on top by 14. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. it back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Smith, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Smith being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 2nd and 10, Smith. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Oh, with a juke. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it.